right, I am here today to show you all of my favorite teacher tools that I've had in the classroom that have saved me so much time, energy, effort in my SPED prep things. So I am so excited to share all these things with you. These are things that you may have used before, may not have used before, and of course I will leave all of the links for these below so that if you do want to get them for your own classroom, you totally can. So without further ado, let's go over and I'm going to show you my 10 favorite SPED prep items. So first one, of course, is going to be my Scotch laminator. This is probably one of the newer ones. It's very flat. It doesn't have the handle on it, so it's not one of those. It is just the regular size. It is not a file folder size, which I also have the file folder size, which I do suggest getting. And then you obviously have the power, 3 mil, 5 mil, and then it gets warm probably within 10 minutes or so. So it's usually pretty fast. It's got an on-off button in the back. You can release it if it does jam. I've had a couple of these get a little glitchy, not this brand or not this version, but I've had a couple of them get glitchy and set fire. I've had one set on fire. But again, I just love it. It's compact. It's easy to bring to and from work if I need to. One of my favorite laminators, highly suggest. Scotch has never done me wrong. I've tried Amazon brand, I've tried other brands, and this one just kind of, I keep coming back to. I honestly have 2 of these, and then I have 2 of the older version, and 1 of the super, super old version that has still lasted with me forever. So I do have 5 laminators, plus then the file folder laminator, so I have 6 laminators. True story here. So with that, of course, goes into laminating sheets. So I get a giant pack of 200 laminating sheets. Usually, most times. This one is actually a pack of 100, and I get mine from laminator.com. So again, not an affiliate, but laminator.com. Does have different sizes, so I will show you. This one is 5 mil, which I prefer just because it's a heavier duty. It's better for wear and tear. And then this is just the standard 9 by 11 and a half. Yeah, 9 by 11 and a half. So that makes it super easy too. That it fits just a normal piece of paper. I have gotten the Scotch brand before, which I do like. And then the Amazon brand I also do like. But laminator.com has just been my go-to when I need to get lamination, because I can get it in bulk, and they have a buy 2 get 1 half off sale all the time. So I always buy it in bulk just so I have all the lamination all the time. What else do I need to say about this? Yeah, and then they also have file folder size too, so if you are looking for the bigger size, you totally can get those as well. So again, that's laminator.com. No codes, nothing. It's just buy 2 get 1 half off. So hopefully that helps. Also with this goes, of course, Velcro dots. Life is too short. Get the Velcro dots. I spent 5 to 6 years cutting Velcro, which is great. And I do love them in the big rolls, and I think they are really beneficial for their moments when you do need them. But I do love the dots. It is very easy and convenient. And again, these are just from Amazon. I think you can get most of these as like a hard and a soft, which is what both of these are, with about 500 each, so 1,000 together, for anywhere from like $9 to $15, depending on when it's on sale and when it's not and all that stuff. So I do really love these Velcro dots. I feel like they're so helpful. If you are looking to get it in bulk, Finer Supply is always where I go if I do want to get Velcro in bulk, or if you're ordering for your school or your secretary at your school is ordering. Finer Supply is always my go-to as well. So, okay. With that, of course, we do have to have some cutting. So I do have some cutting tools I'm going to show you that are my favorites. Of course, this one is just a simple, paper cutter. This is not really a brand that I am partial to. It just happened to be the one I have at home. I also like the guillotine style paper cutters, usually by Papermate. So if I'm looking for something fast, like a task card, I might use this one just because it's quick. And then I don't have to use scissors. If I'm doing something a little bit bigger, heavier duty, maybe a file folder or something, I will use the more guillotine style cutters. So again, one of my favorites. You need it for the classroom. If you don't have one, easily accessible, definitely get those. All right. And then if you haven't heard about spring-loaded scissors, there is literally a spring inside it. So it springs open and close, and then it's got a lock on it as well that I can lock them closed if I want. So again, those are just locked closed. So then I can unlock it. And so as you cut, it does have like more of a help and a resistance when you are cutting. So that it does make it a little bit easier for you to do that. So again, one of my favorites, highly recommend. This is not something you would cut Velcro with, but these are my nicer ones, and they do usually have just my name on it, and nobody else uses them in my classroom. So hopefully that has been helpful for you too. Move this over here so I know I did that one. All right, from there, I have a couple more SPED prep stuff that I really did enjoy, and then a couple other bonus things that I'm like, these have been super helpful for the classroom. So, all right, I think we're on number 6 now or so. If you do not have a label maker, I highly recommend getting one. Why? Because I label everything. I labeled cabinets with this. I've labeled file folders. I've labeled student work bins. Honestly, label makers are huge. I have the Brother label maker, and by P-Touch, or yeah, Brother P-Touch is what I got. It's got a full keyboard on it. You can do different sizes. You can do emojis. This is what one of the labels would look like. So you can do it all uppercase. You can do uppercase, lowercase. They're pretty good size. It does have a cutter on the side, so you can cut the label off. Super helpful. So yeah, I highly recommend getting a label maker or putting it on a wish list and getting it for your birthday or something like that, because I honestly use this more than I thought I would. Super helpful. All right, what else? I got 2 more SPED prep things, and then 2 not SPED prep, but super helpful for the classroom. All right, if you do not have a giant heavy duty 3-hole punch, get one. All those IEPs that are 100+ pages, this is done with a breeze, so that you can kind of see the gap in there. It's pretty big. I can usually get 50 to 75 sheets in here. I know it says 40 sheet capacity, so don't tell anybody. But I usually can get a good amount of paper in here so that I can hole punch it. And then if you do have a heavy duty stapler, which is not shown here, but if you have a heavy duty stapler, it's easier to do as well. So highly recommend getting yourself a giant 3-hole punch. Full weight goes on top of it, and you're able to cut through it super easily. So highly recommend if you don't have one of those. 3-hole punch. All right, to go with kind of like prepping materials and things, I also have my own personal, I'm just going to show you over here, is gigantic, my Fellows binding machine. So again, this is ginormous. But this is what it would look like. So you put your coils, of course you got to have the coils too. Coils inside it, and then you can bind your own adapted books. The binding spines, the coils are more for a different machine, but the spines actually go in there. Sorry, it's heavy, I'm putting it down. But I highly recommend getting your own so you don't have to borrow the school's. This is super easy to store into a cabinet or a closet. And again, it's readily available for you. So I highly recommend the Fellows version of a binding machine. I've used it way more than I thought I would. So, okay, there was 8 SPED prep things. Other things that have just saved me in the classroom, there's 2 more things that I really just feel like has done me really well. And that, of course, is my click counter. Super convenient. I can usually hook it to my lanyard. If I need to track any behaviors or things like that, it's a quick click. Do be mindful because it does make a noise, which I will show you. So you can hear it. So if you are tracking a student's behavior, they're going to catch on to it. And I just reset it. So it's just this dial on the side that you reset to back to where it needs to be. to back to 0. And then you can obviously just click. So I highly recommend getting a set of these as well for the classroom. Super helpful, super convenient. You know, you can do it while you're teaching. You can you say, you know, this is what's going on. I'm going to track my behavior as I'm going through it, as many times as the student calls out or gets out of their seat or something like that. Super convenient, in a palm of your hand, very hidden as well if you need to hide it. And it comes in different colors. So that one's always fun too. All right. The last thing, I know a lot of classrooms use like the dollar store timers. Honestly, I recommend upgrading a bit and getting the Amazon version of these. I'm trying to see if there's a brand on here, which there isn't. But I like that this one can turn off. Let's see if I can get it to turn on. So then it turns on. And I think there is also a volume adjustment on some of these too, where it can be quiet or loud. So again, like, you know, just a standard timer. Kind of loud, right? Standard timer, it'll go through the motions of it, but it's a little bit heavier duty than the Dollar Tree ones. So I do recommend the Amazon version of these. And again, all of the links for all of these things will be below. I was gonna say, can I turn this one on? Nope, that one I can't turn on. I probably haven't pulled it out yet. But yeah, this one has been super helpful for the classroom. All the links are below. Let me know what is your favorite SPED prep tool, what has saved you in the classroom, and maybe I'll come back with even a part 2 of my next 10 favorite things for the classroom. But yeah, I will talk to you soon. Thank you for watching today's video. If you're new here, make sure to click that like and subscribe button. It would mean so much to me. Click the bell to get notifications for when new videos get released or I go live. As always, leave a comment if you have any questions.